Steven, put your headphones on.
Yeah. Steven's blasting off into space.
Blasting off again.
Blasting off again. Dude, what Team Rocket's bit is
Are we recording?
Yeah. Team Rocket's bit blasting off again is...
I got something you can blast.
You don't like
off.
that bit?
I just think it's silly.
Are we
it's
recording?
too silly. Yeah.
Are we recording?
You think that's localized, or that it's like an exact translation of what they're saying in Japanese? I bet it's totally different. They're like saying.
What do you think they're saying?
Are we recording?
No.
Hello.
Check.
Check.
Your mics are off.
Oh.
Welcome to Hive Scum.
You guys are banned.
The Grim and Gritty podcast for the 28 community.
Yeah. I'm Terry at Stone.jaw, but I don't really use Instagram a ton anymore, but still I'm over there.
That's true. I'm Gage at No Clear Coat.
I'm Steve at South of Heaven.
I'm Phil at Blood Transfusion.
And we're joined today
Woo!
by
Oh, yeah, drum roll. Nice.
Arcane Bryan.
Yay!
I'm Brian at Arcane Sword Press on Instagram.
And he's here.
He's here.
In
What's up?
person.
He heard me call him handsome last episode, so he had to show up.
I did. Thank you very much. I appreciate
welcome,
it.
dude.
I was listening to
couldn't
that the other day going to work. I'm like, oh,
Aw.
made my morning.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
That was a good one.
Wait, am I allowed to drink this now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, okay.
You have to crack it into the microphone.
Oh, my God.
Thank you.
All right.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Oh.
Open that stealth bottle of water.
Nice, dude. And I don't have anything.
No, you don't.
Why don't you have a drink, dude? Drink it.
Hell yeah.
There you go. Why did you drink it? Did you
Great
drink it
content.
during the...
The Patreon up, dude. I was so fueled up from...
Oh,
yeah, if you want to hear Gage crack a can, sign up for that Patreon.
It was a giant Monster Energy drink.
I slammed it, dude.
That's a cool bolt thrower shirt. Where'd you get it?
The internet. You know where I got it from, but I forget where I got it from. I'm pointing at Gage.
Boltthrower.com.
No, it
that's
was
sick.
not. Boltthrower2.com.
I bought a
Yeah,
bolt thrower
dude, shout out.
once,
Shout out.
and it had
My
a bunch
favorite
of Gundam
band.
on it, and it was very cool. And then
Oh,
I don't
yeah?
know what happened to it.
I feel like Evan, shout out, it's what Evan paying the tax, put me on to whoever was booting these shirts.
That must have been an expensive shirt.
No, this is like $30.
What? That's crazy.
Was
Right?
it a guy in Malaysia?
Maybe 35, probably.
Because there's a bunch of booters in Malaysia.
That's
good
cool.
stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to look it up. I don't know. It was a long time ago.
I almost bought one of those the 6 Ed Codex shirts that Warhammer, like GW's doing now.
Yeah.
What is it?
GW did a bunch of old like Fantasy Battle Codex images as T-shirts.
Oh, that's
No
cool.
shit, really?
That's
And
cool.
it just says like Warhammer or like whatever the army is on it, and they're pretty sick.
Now, why do Warhammer sells all this cool shit in the UK, but then they don't sell it here? They got Realm of Chaos books. They got Rogue Trader books.
Dude.
They like making it exclusive.
Only if you're in the UK?
Literally,
That's kind of cool.
no, it's not.
Oh, it's fine, I guess.
Listen, we don't
Talking
know
to your
what
mic,
that's
you
like.
goddamn
We don't know what that's
heathen.
like.
What do you
We
mean?
don't have anything like that.
We're in the land of fucking everything being made here.
I know.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
So now I'm
Or-
over here
okay,
tapping
sorry.
my foot going, I
Distributed
want
here.
it. So these shirts you could buy anywhere, right?
From merch.usa.warhammer.com.
How much
is that the
/livescom.
website?
Yes.
that's cool.
Yeah.
How much are they, though?
Yeah, what are we talking about here?
Well,
Probably
there's a premium Skaven hoodie for $90.
Oh, wow.
Jesus
It better be
Christ.
pretty freaking premium.
There's a weird stone in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually
Embedded.
meteorite bits.
Yeah.
$90. They are
$90.
insane. They think they could charge anything for anything. And you know what? They can.
They
And they do.
they had some sick prints when I was at Warhammer World last time.
That's
Really-
the back print.
hate
Any
that.
listener
That's
listening,
it?
it's literally not even worth looking up. Don't bother.
I feel like a Skaven hoodie should be like a drug rug.
Yeah.
You know, like made of like recycled plastic.
It's like something they would wear.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And it has like 2 ear holes for your rat ears.
Oh, see, that would be cool.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm paying $90, I want a weird art piece.
All right, so let's go along.
Not that
this,
shitty illustration.
What's the Slanesh shirt looking like then? Nipples
It's just
exposed?
yeah, holes cut out everywhere.
Yeah.
goth mesh shirt
And
for
like
sure.
zippers. or
Goth
whatever.
mesh shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say that, Phil?
Yeah, it's
That's a good-
mesh.
I
Definitely.
almost bought a mesh shirt the other day.
You should have.
It was at Savers for like $1.
Dude, you should wear it to Traveler.
You should
Honestly,
no, that's not
yeah.
his character.
Oh yeah, no,
I'll
that's
let
Ben's
Ben
character. Very nice Ben wearing a very horned up shirt.
But he'll just wear it over his clothes.
Yes, that's. I mean, I would.
What's the Nurgle shirt looking like?
It's just
Nurgle
shit.
shirt.
It's just
Covered
covered
in
in
shit.
boogers.
Toilet
Crust-
paper.
Come on, it's crust punks.
Oh, it's toilet paper stuff?
It's just crust punks.
It's all
like Battle Jacket.
the.
See, that's cool.
It's all the humors that we were talking about before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Just
yeah,
black
yeah, yeah.
bile.
Black bile, yellow bile,
Blue bile.
the other ones.
Purple bile.
Unite
Unite.
with our powers.
What about
combined.
corn? Is corn just like skin?
It's just covered in blood.
Should be a skin hoodie,
That's kind of cool.
like a vellum hoodie.
Yeah.
The irony is that I bet the actual hoodies are on. They're probably not even good blanks either.
No.
No,
No.
You don't think so?
Absolutely. It says premium
$90.
quality in a gold font.
Ooh,
So
gold font.
You're paying for the image of the premium quality, I'm sure.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Warhammer shirts are cool. I wish I had more of them. I have been really debating making bootleg Warhammer shirts for a
Do
little
it.
bit. But
100% do it.
Just do it. Why?
Phil's
you know
falling
what I mean?
asleep.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Phil is laying down,
Hates my idea.
yawning into the mic.
The microphone's on his chest.
That's,
that's
normal,
normal.
though. Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, my first time here. I don't know.
All right, Phil. Phil, what have you been up to lately?
Oh no, you're gonna put it on Phil early.
He's
like that?
tired.
He's got to wake up, dude. Come
Yeah,
on.
so I can sleep while you guys are talking. I mean, no, but it's literally
cool.
the same shit I've been reporting the last few weeks. I've been playing and not doing a lot of hobbying. I did start very slowly and laboriously putting some washes on some Beastmen. So I'm back on Beastmen.
You've got wash opinions now, though.
I've always had wash.
Give him your hot take on
What are your
Wash.
hot
Actually,
takes?
in a
What's
hot
your hot
take,
take now?
my hot take, Nuln Oil is fine,
And you love Games Workshop.
and I love Games Workshop.
You're going to buy a $90 hoodie.
and I'm gonna buy a $90 hoodie.
Nothing wrong with it.
If you got a problem with that,
I don't.
What's the deal with the new Nuln Oil? Isn't it like bad or something?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
It's glossy, I think. Is
Wait.
Oh, but there was always, if you didn't shake shit enough, it would always come out glossy. So I wonder
That's
if
true.
it.
And they did do the glossy Nuln Oil. Imagine if they
Yeah.
just they're like, we'll just deal with that later. Put new stickers over them.
Oh, yeah, that's probably
We
what
have
happened.
10,000
Yeah.
Nuln Oil glosses. We're just going to put the normal sticker on it.
I imagine that's how kits get rebranded all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
What do you
Oh,
mean
we have
kids
old
get
stock.
rebranded? Like,
Like when they came out
Model
with the Dark
kits?
Tide box, or like the other boxes that are like, we're grabbing some of the Blackstone Fortress box and we're putting it in this one with a new. It's a new
because there's
New
just a bunch of
packaging?
dead
yeah,
stock.
yeah, it's just dead stock.
Oh, I mean, I don't. Yeah, of course. Like that makes sense. I
And then
guess
the
from a
ones that have like
business
limited
perspective.
quantity, like City, those never get a reprint or anything like that because
But there's sprues everywhere.
that's the thing. So it's like,
They
Are
probably
there
order.
sprues?
They don't have enough boxes shipped in.
dude, if you really think about those big boxes, there's so much logistical bullshit that goes in. Like, dude, look at the Warhammer Underworld you and I played the other day, Terry.
Yeah, yeah. We really played that game.
Yeah, that game played us.
Yeah, baby.
But dude, there's like so much packaging, extra bullshit in that game.
Yes.
That if any one of those cardboard pieces wasn't available, I'm sure they would pull the whole thing.
What a goddamn
Yeah.
waste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
You know,
rocks.
the game was very complicated.
We're on to something. This is a new theory. This is a new theory that we're putting out there.
What? That Games Workshop is just rebranding shit and selling it?
Like, oh, we ran out
This is
of
a
dark.
totally original idea.
Yeah. We're taking the credit for this.
Yes, yes.
Blackstone Fortress, they ran out of the cardboard. So now we're just going to get model kits out of it that are $40 a model.
Oh god.
Is that what's happening? Is there?
It will, dude. Revelation by Hive
brother.
Ooh.
Just look to the sky.
Look to the sky?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a
a
You can
message
see
in
the
the
Aurora
stars.
tonight too.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
why
you
are
could
we?
see it last
why
night?
are we recording? Isn't it out right now?
Yeah, Phil, you can go
Yeah.
check it out right now if you want.
Phil, go take a picture and tell us what it's like.
Oh,
We go outside.
Yeah,
do some
go-
field reporting.
Yeah, go do a
take the microphone though.
You record yourself over video so Terry can splice the audio in.
Yeah, that's a really good
It's
idea.
just like the
Is that a
sound
thing
of
you
like
would
you
really wanna
stepping on
do?
I think that's really funny.
That is
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, go do that.
But you
got
got to talk to the camera the whole time. that you're doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We need audio.
Perfect. So we're gonna go hear that right now.
All right, we're walking outside. We're gonna go check out the aurora, the supposed aurora that's visible right now in New England. Walking out the door here. Oh, and look at that. There's fucking floodlights all around me and you can't see anything. Go figure. Well, what a good segment.
All right.
All right, cool. Thank you so much for that, Phil.
That was awesome, Phil. Thank you.
Yeah, Phil, thank you. I hope he does it, actually, because otherwise this will be an awkward bit. Damn, there was something I was going to go on. So, Darkstone Fortress rocks, though, right?
Blackstone.
Blacks, you know what I
Come
mean.
on, dude.
Come on. I don't know. It looks cool. It's like a board game or something. The models look sick.
Is it like Hero Quest?
It's
gotta be.
I don't know shit about it.
Me neither, but it looks cool. The models look sick. That's where that head was for that guy that you bashed at Adepticon 2023. The like cool like wing head.
Oh, is that where that's from?
Yes.
Yeah,
I thought those are from the little spindle drones.
that is, and I think those are from the Blackstone Fortress sets.
Bunch of those.
A lot of
I got
them.
Really?
A bunch of those.
Oh, those are cool. I like the little spindle.
You
drone
couldn't
guys.
get that Chaos Ogre outside of that box for a while too,
Yeah.
I think.
That was a good one. There's a lot of cool models.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, and honestly, to give credit where it's due, that Warhammer Underworlds box, the models that we got out of it were fucking sick.
All those Underworld warbands are fucking
They're all
awesome.
so sick.
Yeah.
The Lizard Man one
Yeah.
is so sick.
Shout out Cosmic Mike for just leaving that with us, by the way.
Yeah. The game was a little bit annoying to play, but the models were very.
I didn't know
nice.
that there were models in there. That's sick.
Yeah.
Yep. And I painted up 3 little.
That's my biggest gripe with it, though,
Stormcast
to be
guys.
honest.
I got to buy a board game to get these models.
Well, no, I mean, that kind of sucks. But the cards correspond to the pose and like silhouette of the model.
That's what you're saying. You can't like bash your guys,
So,
otherwise
yeah.
it makes it more
Terry
annoying.
kit bashed his a little bit, and he was only playing 3 Stormcasts, and he goes, "Wait, which one's Arthur? Which one's this guy?"
You
And
know,
it's
you
like,
could tell, but it's just like.
yeah.
Yeah, right. His name
If
on
you
it.
do anything more than a head swap, you're lost. You have no idea what model's which.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially with the
that's for
warband of me having like 9
you
skeletons.
make your own cards.
Yes.
But then I would just play a better game.
No, it was like overly complicated where I was like, oh, we could just play like, some skirmish.
I'll play Magic the
version of
Gathering
this.
with models.
But
I do be wanting to play Magic.
Yeah, okay. Let's do some Magic.
I just picked up that exclusive Kyle card. I don't know if you saw that.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
fire.
Exclusive. Oh, I saw it over on your
Yeah,
desk.
mono white Kyle.
There's a 1/1 soldier.
You know?
Hive Scum soldier.
No, dude, he's got to be something way cooler than that.
Now,
4/4 angel.
Yeah,
With flying
dude, he's my
vigilance.
4/4 angel.
this is a real silly, and I'm sure it's going to be like, oh, don't talk about that now. But what's up with Commander? Like, people are legitimately mad about bans.
We don't have enough time in this podcast for me to talk about it.
I can make the one
I'm so,
observation that
like,
everyone
off
at our
the
local
internet.
everyone at our local scene has quit Commander. Like,
Just-
local. I say
they're
local
like,
scene.
we're not
local
playing
game
it
store
anymore.
Yes.
put Commander away, and they're like, we're playing this game instead, and they're now
They're playing Flesh and Blood because they're embarrassed by the community, which I'm not doing. I respect. I respect their opinion to do that, but the
it
bans
was
don't
just like-
affect my play group. I don't care.
I think
Yeah,
Dockside
same here.
Extortionist
Yeah.
rocks though.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but if it rocked, if you thought it rocked, I would let you play it.
So people were mad because they were generally used cards in a lot of decks. Is that why
Yes.
people were mad?
Yes.
Well, there's a couple reasons.
And they were
There's a couple
expensive.
reasons. The main, so since we're
Are they
getting
like
into this-
overpowered?
Yes, they're fast mana. They make games stale because you get the same 3 cards if you're playing.
Then
fast
fuck them.
mana.
Ban that shit.
Correct.
That's what I'm
So here's the thing.
saying.
So
That's
here-
what I'm saying. Ban it.
You should
Woo,
you
ban
should,
it.
should ban all cars.
Yeah, ban them all.
yeah, ban all cars. Ride a bike.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Cars. what do you think we're talking about?
So generally, most people are pretty on board with the bans. They
Yeah,
get it.
okay.
You know, Jewel Lotus should have never existed,
But it did.
But it did. So you have to deal with it now.
Yeah. Whose mistake is that?
The guys printing
The guys who
Wizard
banned
of the
it
Coast.
and made it.
So here's the thing now. When it comes to the bans, the way they did it is why people are so pissed off. They could have easily said, okay, we're going to ban this one card. We're going to ban Dockside.
Okay.
And a year from now, we're going to look at Mana Crypt and we're going to look at Jewel Lotus and see if the meta is still affected. The problem is they were like, all 3 of these cards are gone. Nobody gave a shit about Nadu because everybody knew that card was broken. But
I don't even know what that card is.
it got a trigger for any time you did anything that targeted. So, like, you could equip boots to it, and you'd get to flip a card. If it was a land, put it into play. If it was something else,
sick.
or it was a
Unban
creature,
that shit. I want to play it.
Well, you
Prophet of
you
Crufix.
can in our thing. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But like, so the real problem was with these 3 cards just going away. People with collections lost money.
Think about a
Yeah.
game store that
Oh
bought.
no, you spent
That's
a
so
lot
funny.
of money on
No,
these-
no.
No.
Think about a game store
That's investing.
Okay.
like, oh, we're buying lots
Investing
of cards.
is stupid and for losers.
How do you sell products though? What if tomorrow Games Workshop was like Space Marines are banned?
I mean,
Wouldn't
I
affect.
don't know.
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't care, but every game store in the world would.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
because
don't
they have
care.
all this.
You're
product.
irrelevant
Yes.
to
My,
that.
my,
Yes.
my secret is I don't care about small businesses.
Well, then what is this conversation?
I see.
I don't know. I walked in halfway through.
No, I understand. I do get it. So like a company, your
Think
local
about
game store.
Matt's cards across the street.
Poor little sweet Matt in his card shop.
I mean, no joke. He probably is out $8,000 in cards
Yeah.
from a band that had no bearing really happening and happened out of nowhere.
Yes, and that's the thing that people are really upset about. It's
Yeah.
like these 12 people that really don't have any jurisdiction over the format. They kind of just got grandfathered into it. We're like, oh, by the way, $100 million in the community are gone.
Are these people anonymous?
No. They
Has
got
anyone-
insane death threats.
You think
Insane. People
think
showing up to
people
their
will-
houses with like guns and shit.
That is insane.
Yeah,
I didn't hear
Holy
that.
shit.
Yes.
People are.
That's coming out now.
Crazy.
That's so cool.
And then, of course, they're targeting the.
Thanks for sneezing into the microphone.
I covered. What are you talking about? I covered my face.
I love it.
This is Phil
I
wanting to
love
go home.
Phil. Phil's the best.
What are you talking about? I'm here. I'm here to chat.
Phil's the best character on the pod.
All right, before this gets any darker,
Yeah.
what have you been working on?
Me?
Yeah.
I've been gaming.
Yep.
Because I wasn't here last time with Blurs was here, and I
Correct.
was not. So between the last episode I was on and this episode, I played Age of, Regiments.
Age of Fantasy
Did we
Regiments.
play?
Yeah,
one page
right
rules.
after.
when we played.
Remember?
One page rules, Age of Fantasy Regiments.
Thank you.
And Terry did fine.
I did
First game, he's
okay.
nine.
I did okay. And
Yeah?
that's good.
What'd you like about it?
I like that everything was on square bases. I thought it was neat. You never get to play a game with square bases, so it's kind of fun.
They play
Different vibe.
Play a lot of square bases
Yeah,
here.
yeah. And so it was fun sliding things around like that. I thought it was neat. I thought it was pretty neat.
Nice.
And now I'm excited for Skaven and that. I've been painting those guys. Been doing that. That's been my at work lunch break. I do a Skaven and
Your little rats.
my rat of the day. And I'm trying to make some Doom wheels for that army.
Just
What are you-
popsicle sticks.
Yeah, what are you going to use?
Oh, so I'm like, I
Hamster balls.
well, I have a bunch of skeleton horses
Okay.
that are, old, whatever, Warhammer skeleton horses guys, whatever. And so I'm just going to put Skaven on those guys. And the Doom wheel, so the whole story behind that is going to be these horses were, infected by some Skaven pestilence, and all their shit just fell off of them. All their muscle and skin just rotted away, but they
just kept rocking
stayed
cool.
alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so that way I can use those horses.
Real Nurgle vibe.
And I don't have to make motorcycles, even though motorcycles are cool, but it's just kind of complicated to make them fit in a fantasy
Yeah,
world, but
yeah,
also be Skaven-y. And I have those models just kicking around. So I've also been painting up War Master. It's been a lot of fun. It's been great. Just that's I can't wait to play it. That is a game I haven't played.
Yeah, you haven't played yet.
No, I did play Age of Sigmar 4.0 with my best friend Phil.
How'd he
And
do, Phil?
Phil won.
Pretty good. No, I think it was pretty contested by the end.
Yeah.
I don't know that we were even really
You guys weren't doing victory
tallying
points?
any sort of points or anything.
And I
Terry was
loved
just
it.
killing things.
Yeah.
Well, but then at the end we had a sick battle, Nezareth.
yeah, really,
versus
at the end of
Torbach.
the
Which was
Warlord
sick.
versus Warlord, I won.
Yeah,
Well, you
it
were
was
s-
cool.
You were saying how his warlord actually feels like a vampire.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Because he can teleport around, right? To
Well, vampire on foot. So normally, when you deep strike something in Age of Sigmar, or really any Games Workshop game, you can generally never get closer than 9 inches.
yeah.
Just because it makes the charge is kind of difficult. But a vampire, if you are deep striking next to another character, you can be 3 inches away. So
Yeah.
think of
It's like a guaranteed.
Well, the other thing too is, to me, it's more thematic because think of just a vampire stepping out of the shadows behind you.
Oh, yeah. Or a bunch of bats erupting from the
Yeah,
sky
yeah.
into a guy. Yeah, it's awesome.
That's so cool.
I watched Dracula 2000 last
Oh
night.
yeah, nice. That's a good
It's
one.
fucking sick.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Maybe I'll put on a
And then
I gotta
vampire
see
movie
that.
to go to sleep to.
Dude,
tonight.
Blade.
Yeah.
You got Blade, Interview with the Vampire.
Ooh, yeah.
Both Vampire Hunter D's.
What streaming services do you have?
The only one I have is Netflix, but I also have
Interviews on
I
that
have
one,
a
I think.
well, I have
Yeah,
a
it is.
I have a hard drive with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of movies.
Oh,
on
you're
it
good.
That I also just
You're a pirate.
I never use that shit either.
Yar.
I mostly just watch YouTube.
Well, there's stuff on
Bad,
YouTube.
bad stuff. That's true. There are movies on YouTube. Too.
Vampire Hunter D, both of them.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, they rock.
They do, in fact, rock.
Yeah, I probably have Vampire Hunter D on my hard drive.
Nice.
It's on
probably
YouTube.
do.
You don't have to hook
It's on
it up.
YouTube.
Yeah.
That's true.
Gage and I played 40K.
Well,
Did you?
Yeah, we played 40K, and it was really good.
40K in 40 minutes?
it was awesome, actually.
It was very fun. I
Yeah.
rolled up, and Gage said, "Wait a second, let me get my my list for Gene Stealer cults," and then
Yeah,
went on
yeah.
the internet, and then all of his shit was locked
Yep.
in the app, so you couldn't see
What?
anything.
Yeah, the book is out, so I couldn't find my list.
Dude, this Games Workshop.
I know somebody has to stop.
I don't
them.
want a sponsorship.
Fucking fascists.
Somebody's got to stop.
Fuck your
them.
stupid game.
So I immediately called the only 40K
Games Workshop.
No, I called the only 40K person I know who works for Games Workshop, $1 billion Clown Farm.
Oh, yeah.
Please help me.
Did he help you?
Yeah, he also recommended the same thing that kind of we came up with was just go to Wahapedia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could like totally go to just like Wahapedia. And
Well,
read
instead
off
we
the
went
website.
Yes.
to
Well, so
one-page rules.
We did go to One Page Rules Grimdark Future Firefight or Future, whatever one we did. But
Futures,
Grimdark
the
Future.
army
Yeah,
yes.
that's Army one. Yeah.
But I will say, boyfriend Tyler does use the same technique that Terry does for making army reference cards. He just does
he just
it
prints
like
them out.
in Photoshop or whatever and making
Yeah.
it cooler. That way, it's like a cool zine. Someone also, I'm totally blanking on their username, but someone in the Discord also just made a cool Realm of Chaos zine for their
That's cool.
their campaign.
That's
yes, yes.
awesome.
What do you mean for their campaign?
I think he's a PNW boy making a
It's not Miles, right?
no.
Thank good. I would be really sad. if
No,
I
he's
forgot
super
Miles.
cool though. I am also blanking on his name, but he is so cool, and everything he posts is sick.
Yeah.
Man, this stinks.
Wow,
Mystery
you guys
cool
are
guy.
Really
bad.
stinks.
I could just look it up and we could.
Yeah, you should look it up
should
because
cut
he's
all of
legitimately
this.
he rocks. I'll keep talking though. So yeah, then we,
He's
while
like
you
listening
look it
to
up,
this and screaming in his car. They don't know me.
They said they know me.
but yeah, so we played OPR, and then I took a cheater list of. I was like, I want to take 5 trucks. I was going to do that in 40K, so I'm going to take it in OPR.
Yeah, you
and
can't
it
do
was
that.
they had a 2-up defense.
I literally the second you said that you wanted to do that just now, I was like, yeah, vehicles are really busted in that.
yeah. And
that's-
so I
that's how
literally
that game
just
is
rammed
designed.
them all into Gage and just was taking like he was. I was also going really fast and being like, I'm going to move these guys while you move those guys. And he's like, wait a second, wait, I haven't gone twice yet. Like you've gone 3 times, I think, and blah blah blah. And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it was a really bad game. And then eventually we just shook on it and said, okay,
Terry's
sorry.
Like, Gage, you over this? I'm like, yeah. He goes, sorry. And
So
then
that
he
was
just
our
backed
game of
up.
40K.
Wait, vehicles are busted in one-page rules?
In one page rule, vehicles are the strongest thing. It feels like old Warhammer 40K, where if
Okay.
you took a vehicle, like that was gonna like either take forever to kill or it was awesome and did a lot of stuff.
Dude, but the idea of an orc truck, something that costs 65 points in 40K, that in this
It's probably
only-
300 points.
Well, it was only 175, I think. But still, dude, just a 2-up defense, and I was just like,
Probably 5 up to
oh.
hit. Probably has like 6 or 12 wounds.
Dude,
It was insane.
it was way too good.
Yeah. So who I was talking about before was our boy 100 Demons X Z-Man X.
Yes, there we go.
Oh,
Yes,
And
yeah, that guy's cool.
yes,
Yeah,
very cool.
Just because his name.
yeah, you know. But yeah, 40K in 40 minutes was an experience for sure.
Last thing I've been working on, 1490 Doom, baby.
Yeah.
I made a little warband, and it was sick. Anyways, are we going this way? Are we going this way? Should
Well,
we gotta save.
we went
gotta save
that
Brian
way.
for last.
We gotta save Brian for last because he'll kind of, you know.
So what
we're
did
gonna-
you do?
What did I do?
Gagey.
I
Didn't
kinda-
paint any models.
No, I painted. I think I base painted one model,
Nice work,
and that's
pal.
it. So I also want to thank you so much. Thank you. Totally not Matt.
Matt's gonna kick your
screaming
ass.
at his computer right now. I want to point something out that I think I noticed. There was a crossbowman on my desk that was painted. I don't think it was by me.
A crossbowman on your
Yeah,
desk?
I'm pretty sure it was painted with only AK paint.
Not me.
Yeah, wait, what are you talking?
Yeah, I literally don't know what you're talking about. Is it over there right now?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Why would I paint? Why are you looking at me?
Why would you?
You're looking at me like I painted this
Someone painted a
crossbow.
crossbowman on my desk.
Bring it over, Steve. Bring it over.
I'll grab it.
Oh, okay. Now cool, dead air. Anyways, what's your favorite color?
Green.
Me
Literally,
too.
yeah, same green.
Like
Really?
a mossy green. Like a,
I wonder if
Oh,
these
yeah.
two guys like green too. What's your favorite color? Phil, what's your favorite? I mean,
once to him.
I think this is you, Terry. I think you painted that.
Gage,
This is a base
what's your
coat.
favorite color?
My favorite color?
Yeah.
Are we cheaping out and saying black isn't a color?
Yeah, you
Yes.
got to pick something else.
It's a shade.
It's true. You got 2 art teachers
All
already.
right.
I know.
Steve, what's your
Listen.
favorite color since Gage is being difficult?
I like green, but like dark, like
look
a
at that.
dark
What do you
green.
like?
That's all we're saying right now.
Yeah, everybody
What?
likes green
Do
on
you
the
guys
pod.
say
Here comes the dark horse. What's your
I was,
answer?
There you
actually,
go,
no, I take
Gage.
that back. I do like yellow ochre is like my favorite
Oh,
color.
cool.
a
Yeah.
good one.
I was going to say, if we're going GW colors, Averland Sunset, if we're just
Yep.
doing yellow, I always get stuck with yellow game board pieces, so yellow
yeah?
just became my favorite.
Why don't you wear more yellow?
Nazarag yellow.
Because I'm extraordinarily pale and yellow does not look good on me.
Stonejaw yellow T-shirt.
Stonejaw
That's it.
yellow
Yeah.
tee.
That's a good T-shirt.
And a full,
is a good
full
one.
of hell yellow tee. all
Mine's
in.
got a hole in it though.
That-
Oh,
The
are you-
full of hell
I-
one is sick because it's got that fucking crosshair on it,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's like,
pretty
oh,
cool.
it makes me want to kill someone.
So Gage brought over Gage brought over this
that, Terry?
crossbowman. This crossbowman is just base coated.
Correct.
That is
He's
not
helping
finished.
you out.
You
Not by
sure
me.
you didn't base coat this
I would
and
never.
forget?
I would never.
I did not base coat this guy.
I like
He
his
looks
red
pretty
hose.
cool. Yeah.
Probably Tyler or something.
Yeah, probably
It'd be even
Tyler.
funnier for
You know what, Tyler?
because
Fuck you.
He picked it up and was like, "Whoa, Steve definitely painted this." So
Why would he say that?
That doesn't look like Steve's
That sounds
painting.
like that sounds like
And it
something
doesn't-
Tyler did and then just took
Whatever
the
it is,
blame
it's
off
a
of
good
him.
bit.
It doesn't look like Steve's
Yeah.
painting and doesn't look like Terry's painting.
What's that supposed to mean?
I know what
do you
it's
mean, what is that
supposed to mean for me.
Well, anyway,
It looks-
I haven't been painting crossbowmen. No.
Okay.
I did for work. I was down in New York, so I played one-page rules Age of Fantasy regiments.
Okay, so you're a regiment head now.
Yeah, I mean the bit was that I hated it, and I
does.
was never going to give it a fair shot, and this and that,
He
blah
hasn't.
blah blah. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's
Yeah, it's a cool game.
It's okay. Yeah,
it's a cool game.
It didn't change my life.
Not
Would you
yet.
play that over Warhammer Fantasy Battle Old World?
I don't know, because in kind of the same reason that I wasn't interested in diving into it.
If I said tomorrow, let's play a Warhammer Fantasy Battle game.
But see, here's the thing: I'm not picky. You know what I mean? I like skirmish games over army games.
Yeah. So you wouldn't take the
would-
easier to get up and go game than the
I would play whatever my friends are playing,
okay.
and
And it just so happens none of them are playing Old World.
and that's the thing. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
really excited for Old World. I bought all the books, and then that person that got me into it, who shall not be named, is playing OPR now. So
Yeah.
if
He's
that-
OPR pilled.
If that person, ever wanted to play Old World again, Brad, we could do it.
Yes.
But that's not happening. So I played OPR.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, regiments rocks, dude.
It was fine.
cool game.
Did you also like pushing around the square bases?
I did like pushing on.
That's
square
what I'm
face.
talking
Dude,
about.
I want to
It's
get
fun.
a stick. I want to get the
Right?
stick with the little thing at the end for
Yeah,
pushing
it's
my
cool.
guys.
Man, you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
Just some old timey
Yes.
wargaming
Yeah.
shit.
If you
Fucking
use
Kriegspiel shit.
Yes.
Oh my god.
if you're
dude.
using one of the mats that we have, they slide perfectly.
new-
oh
Dude,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Big
Yeah,
mouse
see, that's
pad.
cool.
Yeah. But really, like actually hobbying, I have been moving most of my bit collection not into like organized bins, but like getting them in a bigger bin so I can dig through it, like the one we have here at home.
You have it long
Yes.
and
Ooh,
flat.
that's a good idea. I
It
didn't
lets
even
you
thought
see
of that.
everything.
That's
Yeah.
really
The
smart.
deeper it is, the harder
Wow.
it is to find shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
I can't remember who's it's. That is in
What a
the Under the
breakthrough.
Dice
Yeah.
Bits box article.
I should
from
read
the last
this
issue.
freaking magazine. Dude.
Someone literally said that, and I was like, "That's really smart. I should do that." And then I never did it.
That's so smart.
Might have been Evan.
Evan is a
Probably
smart
wasn't.
man.
Probably was Evan. But I've been working on my
Smart, smart
Vistarian
man.
warband.
Oh, nice.
So I picked all the models out now. I'm struggling with a Psyker, but
okay.
I'm using all servitors.
Servitors rock.
Oops, all servitors.
Oops, all servitors. And dude, they're all Forge World or recasts or a mix of both, and they all look so stupid. I love it. They're
Those
all
old ones.
They're so thin, but like really dumb poses, and I'm just cutting their arms off. And like, there's this one. I think he's supposed to be like typewriting. He's got this long scrolly thing, and I cut his arms off and gave him a flamethrower.
Oh,
So
that's
it's this
probably
really
cool.
spindly guy that's just like,
Oh, that's awesome.
I have a big gun.
yeah, but his huge like arching back, like Quasimodo style, looks like he's just carrying a really heavy gasoline tank. So
That's cool.
it works perfectly.
Do you give him a gasoline tank?
Oh yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah. So that's like really been my only hobbying right now.
Dude, flamer models are some of my favorite fucking models. Just
Yeah.
like a big giant
Flamethrowers?
tank on the back,
Yeah.
and then like cool paint job in the front, dude.
Dude,
Oh,
flamethrowers have been cool since the inception in wargaming. I put a template down and it hits everything it goes over. That's awesome.
What other templated guns were there?
Flamethrowers?
Well, there was like the blast templates. Small
Yeah.
No, I
blast
know
templates.
that, but I mean, what other used flamethrowers other than the
Just
Well,
flamers,
and
heavy
then, like-
flamers, and torrent flamers. Which torrent flamers were even sicker because you'd go, oh, I measure 6 inches out and then use it.
Yeah,
and other like weird things
Well,
like
like the every-
pestilence
every-
breath or something.
yeah, all
like
sorts of-
that-
yeah,
that kind
things
of
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
magic spells and stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
you know,
Templates rock.
yeah, they do.
Bring that shit back.
yeah,
Scatter dice.
scatter dice, dude.
When it completely goes off and hits your own guys.
Big fan of RNG in games.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the old timey like dowel rods with the black and white stripes on them?
Yes,
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
we almost did that for Fastlands.
yeah.
shit, yeah.
We for
and then I threw the template away the
Yeah.
night before,
and then we lost the actual
and then we
one.
lost the actual one the day of. Yeah, that was cool.
That is.
That's what happens when you turn all the lights off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We're not turning them on though. Ambiance.
Yeah.
ambiance. That's mostly it for me though.
Cool.
A lot of work, you know.
That's a lot of work.
Well, I
Yeah,
meant
base coated one model.
my real.
It's a
job.
lot of work, bro.
I meant my real job.
Now, why can't you finish a model, Gage?
Why
Yeah,
can't I
what's
finish
This is
it?
an
problem?
intervention now for you. Why can't you finish a model?
Because the excitement level in the friend circle jumps so fast from games that I don't keep up.
I think that you gotta stop
why I
being
keep playing
influenced
OPR.
by other people.
I think so.
No, that's
I
why
think
you
it,
pick a
it
game
was
and
like
you just
that.
play one.
That's why I'm making orcs
So-
and not caring what is happening.
Now we're
so
talking. There
here's-
we go.
So I think that was a thing for a while, and it feels like the last maybe 6 to 8 months, it's kind of settled. Like Steve's in the OPR lane, I'm
Yep.
still in the AOS lane.
Yep.
And I don't know that anyone is like super concerned about going crazy, jumping to other things. Like maybe they'll make like a couple models for this thing or that thing that will get played once.
1490
Yeah.
took over in like a 3-day.
But
Yeah.
we didn't play. We just made
And
cool
is
models.
that
Yeah.
and is that a thing that anyone is going to be super?
I don't know if I'll play it. It would
How
be
much?
cool to
How
play
much?
it.
How much time are you going to give it? You know what I mean?
Oh, and that's the thing. I'm trying not to. That's why I was just
And
like,
just
I'm not
because
making
it's a
models for it.
well, I understand the allure. You're like, all right, well, this is a small project that I could ostensibly build this stuff and paint it,
Right.
And it's a way to procrastinate working on this big long term army
Yeah,
project.
yeah.
That's why I don't take on any other projects, and I will only paint Beastmen.
And
because it's
I'm
a-
envious of that.
It's a fucking albatross
but
around
it's
my neck.
but it's cool for you because I feel like you can go to your Beastman and be like, oh, I'm going to play more time. I have a painted Beast Lord.
Yeah,
I have
so
a bunch of elites. I have a bunch of
across
lower
the
guys.
across the collection. Yeah, I wanted to have like a handful of guys of each like unit type
Yeah.
painted. The other thing too is it's like a like an artistic issue I've always dealt with, and I think like one of the reasons that I never finish anything is like I have a strong enough imagination that like once something is 90% of the way there, I like my mind sort of fills in the blanks.
But that's the beauty.
So like
of
I have
this stuff.
I have a unit of 20 guys. 5 of them are painted really like, you know, they're great. I like the way they look, and it's like I can kind of imagine what the other 15 look like. So like
If you just give them a quick base
in
coat
my
and
head,
wash,
like it's like no, I will paint them eventually, but it doesn't like looking at it doesn't like make me feel awful. You know what I mean?
Now, going back to the last episode, you might have answered this. I just can't remember. Have you thought about taking like a Beast Lord and then like a unit of guys and painting them up and being like, yeah, that's his guys? Like, do
Yeah.
you think about that with your army at all?
Well,
Because you've been
Kinda
you've
what
had
you've
it
been
for so
doing.
long.
yeah, but I mean well,
Like, does Torbach lead a very specific army?
yeah. Well, the Bestigors are his.
the silent
Okay.
cleavers.
Yeah.
Okay, the Silent Cleavers. Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, I tell you,
All
I
right.
fucking have nightmares
Those
about
are his
that guy.
guys.
Well, I whooped his ass. So
Wow.
We'll see you again. We're playing
I was
tomorrow.
saying, dude, we
See
are
how
playing
that goes.
tomorrow.
yeah, you beat my ass in the game I ain't played yet.
Steve, what you been working on? Uh-oh.
Fuck, what have I been doing?
Dude, I've been mostly working on Flames.
Yeah.
Working on Flames. We did ShireCon. That reignited a lot of my desire to like make more physical media things.
Oh yeah.
When's Flames coming out?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
when's
I don't know.
Flames coming out?
I have a meeting hopefully next week with someone to do some editing and helping with like game mechanics and how the book should be laid out. Like in person, I could talk to in real life. It doesn't have to be via email and
Right,
like
right.
someone I don't really know. It's awesome. So I just have to hammer out a couple small things. And it's like pretty. I'd say it's pretty close to done.
I think it's pretty solid.
It looks fucking done.
Yeah, I put a lot of work into laying that stupid.
Yeah, that last
out.
thing that you
Layout,
sent,
oh my God.
like the sheets for the robots or whatever,
Oh,
that
Dylan
looks
did
very
those.
solid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are
Dylan
awesome.
killed it. He made a little logo for me that he sent me the logo on the sheets. And the second I saw it, I said, wow, I wish I put that on the dice instead of what I put on
Oh,
it.
really?
Because it's the same symbol, the star thing that I did,
Yeah.
but it has a circle with like a little dot, so it's like a planet orbiting
Whoa,
a sun.
that's awesome.
And I the second I saw it, I was
man.
like, that's fucking awesome.
Man.
And now I'm just bummed, which I did get a picture of the dice today.
How they look?
I was really concerned about them, and then I saw them, and I was like, all right, they're pretty cool.
All right, cool.
Do the other ones as like premium dice.
Oh, like make them again?
Yeah.
It was kind of expensive.
Well,
I found a cheaper guy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Also too.
Hell yeah.
there you go. All right.
Yeah, I've been like I relayed out like that journaling game that I did, The Silence. I relayed that out. Did you finally read it?
Oh, yeah, man. I read it actually when you weren't around. I was reading it at ShireCon because I didn't want to do the awkward thing of like, oh, you're giving this to me. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to read it right in front of you. You know what I mean? No, it's very cool. Well, I told you the night when you explained it to me, the Friday night.
Yes.
That night I had a dream based on the story and The Silence. That was a nightmare.
That's cool.
And then I got up early and then drove to ShireCon Day 2.
Yeah. It's a very
It was awesome.
That project was so fun to work on, and it came to me in like a night, and then so coming back to it and like laying it out as a 1-page zine where it's like a front cover, you open it and it has a spread and everything.
Oh, nice.
It feels nicer to have.
It's really nice.
So working on like little projects like that has been really fulfilling because I can bang them out in 2 days and then it's done, and I never have to think about it again.
Yeah.
And it's like fun to make things.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yes.
doing a lot of stuff like that. I'm working on like a million things on my computer though, because there's so many projects. I'm like, this would be cool, this would be cool, this would be cool, and it's like just filling all of my downtime.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't have downtime anymore. It's kind of stressful, but it's fun. The Tectonic Peaks cassettes are coming in. The Fool tapes are coming in like 2 weeks.
Where can they buy those? Can people buy those?
I'm either going to make a Bandcamp with them,
Okay.
or I'm just going to put them right on the Big Cartel.
I think put them right on the Big Cartel.
Well, so I'm really cheap, and I don't want to pay for Big Cartel because I don't make enough money selling on Big Cartel to make it worth paying
Make
for
it
the premium.
another Big Cartel.
A second
A
big
second Big Cartel.
That happens all the time.
Yeah.
Is it? Can you do that
Yes.
with the same PayPal?
Make another.
Another Under the Dice PayPal.
That's I cannot
Under the
tell
Dice
you.
media.
Under the dice too.
Dude, especially like all those record distros, they'll post it, and then if you want to buy it, you have to go to the page for the artist to buy it from there. That way, all the money is whatever, like through separate accounts always.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But then that will actually just redirect back to the record label. So it's like you're paying this PayPal account that is for the artist, but then the information goes back to the distro for them to send it back out to you. It's all tax evasion, baby.
I was just gonna do a Bandcamp, and just like anytime I do a music like cassette release, because I have another thing for the Flames tapes and stuff.
The poser that we talked to at the one thing,
Yeah.
he that's how he does all his Bandcamps.
Well, that's how a lot the guy that put out Unsheathed Glory, the twin cassette, the guy from Boston,
Yes.
Realm and Ritual.
Yes.
That's how he does it. He has a huge catalog on
Yes.
Bandcamp of everyone's EPs.
that guy is not a poser and very
no,
cool.
he is sick.
Yeah.
His name's Shane, I'm pretty sure,
Yes.
and he is very cool. And I was trying to get him to come to the event.
I've only talked to him on
Get away from
No, he said
He called
wow.
you a poser.
And speaking of a million things on your plate, we just started planning for officially
We started planning for something.
for Under the Dice Fest.
Yeah, we started planning.
We started planning.
We
Are
started
we gonna talk about it now?
planning.
Well, you don't have to talk too much about it.
No.
But if you wanted to,
We can talk about it. We can just
Give
we can
people
them
a
the
teaser.
deets. We'll give them the
Is-
deets.
Is the soft flyer going to be out by the time?
By the time this comes out?
Yeah.
I'm going to make it this weekend.
All right, cool.
So, for those of you listening,
It is no longer in the city of the damned.
it is no longer in the city of the damned, but it is in a damned city.
City is not a word I would use.
Yeah.
It's more of a
Township.
village.
Yeah, a damn township for sure.
It is May 16th to the 18th. It is a Friday to Sunday
3 days this year.
3 days.
You
Awesome.
asked
Dice
for
Fest.
it. We gave it to you.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Nemo is happening again, right smack dab in the middle, and there will be tons of other shit to do. We'll have classes. We'll have other smaller tournaments and events. Magic will return. King of the Kip Ash is going to return. There's a lot of stuff that we're trying to pull off this year, and it's going to be sick.
It's going to be sick. And
Yeah.
we are definitely, I don't want to say overextending, but we are making sure that this is the most memorable con in the scene.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a big claim.
Wow.
That's a big claim.
It is.
Yeah, it is the world's greatest Mordheim event.
Wow.
Don't forget that. Do not forget that.
Sorry, Italians.
But while we're hyping up the crew
Yeah, we're really here to talk about a different event.
and talking,
we're talking about another
cons,
con.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about another con.
I think there's
Yeah.
another con coming up.
So, Brian,
all eyes on me.
Coming
Brian,
up quick.
Yeah.
what have you been working on?
Yay.
So I'm setting up ArcaneCon.
Yay!
Question mark. It's all. Thank you. It's all organized. It's all set at this point. ArcaneCon, inspired by Under the Dice Fest last year. Actually,
Cool.
I'm not even fucking around because I went to that one and I'm like, oh, this is a cool convention. Everyone here rules. Everyone here is like me. I guess a better world is possible, right? Like.
Would you ever thought that? Think about when we met. Think about
when you were like the person in the game store where I'm like, I'm just going to gravitate towards you immediately.
this is the only person I can talk
Yes,
to.
100%. Oh, you get my jokes? Cool.
How long ago was that?
2012?
Yeah, it was
13?
12,
Yeah.
11 or 12 years ago.
Playing role-playing games?
Yeah, Pathfinder.
So you guys signed up to play at a store, or
I don't know how
I don't know how you knew.
what was your
Tim.
meet cute?
We
knew
met
the same person
I
that
met
was running the game.
the guy who was running the game through Star Wars: Edge of the Empire because that
Whoa.
came out right around then, and I was playing in a game that the store was running that Tim was
Cool.
in, and then Tim and me got along because
Yeah.
comics,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Hey, you want to play Pathfinder?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah. And I went to high school with him.
Yeah, he's coming to ArcaneCon.
Oh, I sure hope he didn't respond to my message.
The fuck, Tim?
Yeah,
So you are
Kind of.
you are well known to us as a very seasoned dungeon master.
Yes.
Aside
I
from
think so.
Aside from
Maybe.
that, is this your first real foray into organizing something?
Oh, I've set up hardcore punk shows a bunch.
Okay.
So I'm just treating it that same mentality of just you're booking bands.
So yes, all right. So
a lot of people in black shirts will show up.
Yeah. Okay, so you know what you're doing.
Sounds familiar.
Kind of.
then. Yeah.
that's all it is.
I'm gonna
though.
say yes, I do for the public, but
Yeah.
inside I'm like, oh.
3 people listen to this show. You're okay.
Okay, cool, awesome. I mean, I started because I am a psychotic anxious mess sometimes. So I started playing this in March. Yeah, I just slowly chipped away at it.
Yeah, that's how you have to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And ultimately, you'll never be ready for the day of the event. You
Probably
just do
not.
it. You just
Probably
do it.
Not. Probably not. But yeah, we have a lot of cool games. I got a second space at the venue just for all the tabletop skirmish games going on.
Hell yeah.
We have a dedicated OPR table that I'm
gonna be
putting
so sick.
aside. I mean, people can play other stuff on it. But we got Gaslands, we got Zona Alpha, we got some guys running 8 hours of Trench Crusade apparently.
Did he get back to you?
No. Are you kidding me? But he signed up and he's just like, I want to do a narrative event. I'm like, okay, cool. Tell me more about it. Never got back to me. Sent another email, never got back to me.
But you have some legit people running games at your
Yes,
event.
I have people that have written games that are known in the OSR world and the indie game world.
You have the guy from Cairn running a game.
Yeah, Yohai. His game sold out in 1 second. As soon as I hit open registration, boom, gone.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Really?
I mean, you got
yeah.
Joey Royale running
Joey Royale.
Weird Heroes of Public Access, which will be out by then, I'm pretty sure.
The hardcover?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Backer Kit, I think, will end by then.
Backer Kit will end by
Yeah.
then. The
Which I
hardcover.
backed it.
Dude.
Did you back it?
Yes.
It's only $10.
I just forgot to.
You hate Joey Royale. That's not cool.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's
I heard that he does.
Yeah.
Ultimate game.
Yeah.
It fucking rules. It's like a mixture of like Twin Peaks meets like Pete and Pete or something.
I can tell
Mixed
you
with
tell
Pee
me.
Wee Herman.
Yeah.
Steve was telling me it sounds insane.
It's so
awesome.
cool.
the response on the Hivescom page has been like at least 10 people saying, I bought this because Steve talked
Good.
about it.
Whoa.
Yeah, good.
We got to tell Joey.
Yeah. Listen, I backed the expensive.
Yeah, me too.
the expensive
With
one.
the original piece of artwork.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, looking at his paintings is so cool.
It's awesome. He sells them on Etsy for cheap.
Yeah. I should just buy one.
Yeah.
I should have just bought one, but
Also,
Anyway.
he's a principal.
no shit.
Yeah, elementary
dude.
school.
if you
Nice,
I don't know
man.
if you're going to ArcaneCon,
Yeah, I'll probably
then
be there.
when you meet like Joey is an anomaly. He is so cool, but you meet him and you're just like, you're a principal?
Yeah. But then you say elementary school, you're like, I can kind of see it,
Yeah.
actually.
Go to the principal's
Yeah.
office.
He's just having a great time all the time.
yeah.
Dude, you know, you got to live two lives. You know, you
Coolest
wear
dude.
you
I had a
button
very
up your
negative
shirt.
experience with my elementary school principal.
Dude, you have such bad elementary school stories. You just always get just like head shoved into the
Yeah,
desk.
I don't really know what you mean by elementary school principal. My only frame of reference is
Tell us about your elementary
no,
school
we don't need to talk about it at
Come
all.
on. Well, you brought it up.
Did you go to
You did
elementary
bring it
school in
up.
like Matilda or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Go to the jokey.
Yeah.
Forced to eat cake.
That
Is that
sounds
that
sick.
one?
It is.
Yeah.
And you also have Brian running Judge Dredd, right?
Yeah.
The OG Judge
Yeah,
Dredd.
Brian Sutter's running OG Judge Dredd. Still a bunch of slots open. I am surprised that has not been filled up yet.
When me and him were like spitballing the ideas about what he's going to do for
Oh
it,
my
it
God.
was
You guys were describing it as the raid,
The raid.
game.
the raid, the game, or like
Whoa.
Assault on Precinct 13, but it's
Also
Judge Dredd.
fucking cool.
Very
Cool.
sick.
Just a
Yeah.
bunch of like tweaking punks trying to break into a judge's like
That's
stronghold.
all. That's all I want.
It's
That is
so
so
you should sign up for
cool.
it.
If I wasn't working,
You're
Listen,
working?
You can still play.
No.
in that game.
You can still play. You only have to work for 1 4-hour shift.
Wait, I want to work for a
Oh.
4-hour shift.
1 4-hour
I'll
shift.
work the morning.
Brian, I'm getting that sick.
I forgot to bring it.
Well, he
got
doesn't
it.
need it till the
The day of the
Listen,
event.
honestly,
It came in the mail yesterday.
I'll give you 12 hours of work for that.
Sure.
all right?
So what's so November 9th,
November 9th, yeah.
is the day of the event?
Yes.
Oh, you got the flyer?
That's
here.
the old flyer.
but the day is right.
The new one is over there, too.
ArcaneCon, November 9th, 2024.
We have the giant flyer.
Oh yeah, grab the giant
poster.
flyer and we'll
'Cause
read every
have,
game.
I have a bunch of these of the new flyer that Eon made, but I forgot them because I'm
It's
a
okay.
dumb idiot.
It's right here.
Here we go.
We have to hang
okay.
it up along with the other.
You want me to
million
read
things.
this?
Read every game that's no.
There's a lot.
ArcaneCon,
there's a lot
November
going on.
9th, 2024. Karn.
Cairn.
Flames of Orion.
There we go.
Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland. 13 WHPA Fairhaven. Oh my god, there's so many games.
Well, you better read them all.
Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, one-page rules, old school essentials, the retro adventure game, top secret New World Order, Morphborg, Electric Bastionland,
Bastionland.
5 Torches Deep, Dungeon Crawl Classics, Bird 2D6, Mordheim, City of the Damned, Battletech, a game of armored combat,
Shout out, Tom.
Castaway, Gaslands, Judge Dredd, the role-playing game, Zona Alpha, Kids on Bikes, Trench Crusade, Marvel Superheroes, Cyborg, Yokai Tales, Cave Evil, Arcane Arena, board games, open tables, vendors, and much, much more.
And what time does that start, Terry?
Oh, that's 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
10 p.m.
That's so early.
First Churches, 129 Main Street in Northampton, Massachusetts.
That place used to have shows.
Iron Horse is across the street.
Okay. I
So-
feel like I saw a show.
You might have.
I think I saw a really violent show.
I'm sure
at
you
that
did.
spot.
Bum bum bum.
Bum, bum, bum.
Swear to God.
Was it not Pearl Street or the 11?
No, it was a church for
It was
sure.
a church.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now, how did you get in touch with the church? Does the church do things like this?
I helped teach a fencing club there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really neat.
Yeah. So.
So then you just were like, oh, this would be a really cool
it's like,
space.
I'm
This would
already
be
here. They already know me.
Nice.
Makes
Yeah.
it easy when you
Makes
know
it
'em.
easy. Yeah. And they're
Now-
also kind of cheap. So.
Okay,
Now-
sweet. So that's how that kind of the idea started to generate, right? It went to UTD Fest.
Yep.
And then we're like, oh, I know of a big space.
Yep.
I'm a person who has a lot of knowledge about, role playing games.
Yep.
Let me just do this here.
Yeah. basically. I'm a DIY guy just like all you.
Loves
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, I love games. Oh my god, I
But
think
it's
about
like-
them all the time.
All the time.
I just sent you a new thing today.
It's crazy that like sometimes that's just how easy it is. Like find the space and do what you love there.
Yeah, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
Whatever,
Yeah.
what we've been
whatever that
saying.
movie is.
Yeah.
That's
Field of Dreams.
Field of
dude.
Dreams.
literally what
Very
we've been
good.
preaching since
Yeah.
the first con. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome to see it.
Yeah.
It's awesome to see it locally,
Yes.
where I can
Yes.
go.
Yes.
There's
that's
also
true.
there's a lot of people in just this concentrated part of New England that make stuff that are like that's renowned. Like so, one of the sponsors, Phantom Mill Press, my friend Jed, who got back into D&D through the campaign you're in right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
He just got an ENnie award for what he module he released for Old School Essentials.
So sick.
Yeah, and he's
Insane.
running him and Andy, they like wrote Valley of Flowers, Wilden Drum Volume 1, got silver ENnie award, and they're running a new adventure for their next volume at
awesome.
ArcaneCon.
So
It's gonna be
insane.
awesome. Yeah.
I know we've been hyping this up, but Arcane Sword Press.
Yes.
What have you been doing with that? What's going on? with
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw a boot
Uh-oh.
of one of your books actually today
Whereabouts?
A boot.
on eBay.
Oh, was it?
not a bootleg.
It's not a boot.
Was
yeah.
that Domains and Dominations?
Yes.
Yeah. So
That's a very funny story.
that's been sent to me too. What that is I have it uploaded on Amazon and on Lulu, and apparently I set it to international printing. So that means that there's people that just auto take that and then they put it onto a eBay page to sell at a higher rate. But what they do is they get the money, then they order it through Amazon, then they ship it out. That's all it is.
It's just for those people
That's
on Amazon
wild.
that are just like, I buy everything.
Yeah.
right.
And then they just resell it basically.
Because then I went to Noble Knight and I was like,
They have one copy. Yeah.
Yep, they have one
Yeah,
copy,
yeah.
and I was like, that's a regular price.
That's how you know you made it. You're on Noble Knight's
Dude,
resell.
Honestly, I was smiling when I saw that. I was like, this is actually really sick.
Yeah, I'm into it.
So, what else do you have going on with it?
Like with what I'm working on.
Well, yeah. What books have you done? And
Okay.
what have
Because
you
it's not just you, right? It's like kind of a collective, like the Arcane Collective.
It's so we decided to call it a collective because we support each other's stuff. I'm Arcane Sword Press. I'm the one that does all the promotion stuff. I made a
He's
website,
Arcane Bryan.
everything.
Arcane
Tis
Arcane
I.
Bryan.
Then Eon does all the adventures
Arcane Eon.
under his own name of You Can Breathe Now Press. And you can buy all that stuff on Discord. But he has no, or not Discord, on Drive-Thru RPG. But he has no social media, no online presence.
Respect.
You can
So-
text
Yeah,
him.
hell yeah.
You can text him and he'll give them to you.
He has a smartphone.
He has a smartphone.
Cool.
But he's not an internet guy. But I'm an internet guy. I love brain rot.
That's
so
fine. I'm not
I
much
promote
of
his stuff and Ben's stuff. And Ben is the third person of the collective that's like the secret ringer who like I don't think I would be where I am now if it wasn't for Ben being like my springboard for ideas.
Really? That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Like he is
Ben
such
rocks.
he
Yeah.
is such a quiet, nice young man.
Yes.
But like he has such great insight into gaming and into like what's fun, and he gives you good feedback on everything. Eon does too. I'm glad he's gonna do Flames because he's such a good editor.
But just Ben, like you get like once you get him going,
Oh yeah,
he just goes,
and he like
it's awesome.
He gets it. Like he's the one that got me into one page rules like
Yeah.
years ago.
because he has like armies for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because he played Warhammer. He has like one friend from New Hampshire that he played Warhammer with, and then he went to Nemo. He's like, whoa. There's a lot of people here that aren't like fucking chuds I can play this with. That's cool. You know,
Every conversation I've had with Ben has been like the most polite, respectful.
such a nice
Hey, how's
young
it going?
man.
And then we play Traveler, and he's like, "Yeah, I shoot this guy in the head, and I take him as a human shield." And I'm like,
and he's
"Oh my
in
god,
a mesh shirt.
yeah, Ben rocks,
Dude, that shootout was fucking awesome, man. I love Traveler.
Traveler rocks.
I'm writing more stuff for Traveler, by the way.
Yep. So you have a mech supplement for it.
Yes, heavy metal.
Yep. And
That's in the
that
far future. Yeah.
what accolades did that get? It was the best selling.
Okay, so
Oh, this is so funny.
it's really funny. So I put it out under. So Traveler has an official license that you can put stuff out under called the Traveler Aid Society, where they take like a chunk of whatever you sell on Drive-Thru RPG. A bunch of companies do it, and I'm like, I'll try it. And I sold because I put it up for $2 because I didn't have original artwork. I had no art, and I was like working on art and getting art commission for it.
Right.
And when it was $2, I sold like hundreds of copies in like a couple weeks. I'm like, whoa, there's like like it's weird when you like there's D&D groups, there's D&D people, you know, and then it's like when you cross over into a new hobby and you realize how big it is or how popular it is. Like I remember even looking into Squad Leader. I don't know if you guys have fucked with Squad Leader.
Yep.
But it's like, oh, that's a whole other world of wargaming. That's not miniature based.
Yep.
That's only Chit and Hex wargamers.
You have a copy of it, right?
I see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was eyeing it during that shootout.
Oh yeah.
So Traveler has this whole world, and that's
Yeah,
what you're
yeah,
talking
it's-
about. So you put this up, and then
And there's all these Traveler people that just came out of the woodwork and like bought it. And
Well,
I
they're
got
like
messages.
$2. Okay, here,
Yeah,
let me
exactly.
grab this.
I mean, the PDF now is like $4 with all the official art I got in it. But like, it's
Doubled the price, dude, because of the art. Come
dude,
on.
I got art is sick. Dude, the art's like, yo, shout out to Hodag. But yeah, some guy in Reddit messaged me 2 days ago saying that he's using it right now for his game, and he's doing it with the mechs to scale using his Gunpla models and his like 40k knights.
That's
Oh,
so
hell
sick.
yeah.
Yeah, as like his mechs of choice for like, because he's going to use the 15mm scale minis for
Yep.
So
for
cool.
Traveler or
Right.
sci-fi.
That's the shit
stuff.
we're getting into, though.
That's what we're getting. I mean, and then we're gonna zoom out for fucking 6mm stuff, which then we use the flame stuff. We can use our BattleTech stuff.
Beautiful.
So
Dude, so cool.
yeah. So that's just the Traveler stuff I worked on. But yeah, a lot of people gave me positive feedback on it, and I actually just updated the PDF. And then after we were talking about flame stuff, because we were talking, because like ShireCon was cool, but the really cool thing was me, Steve, and Ben talking shop.
Yeah.
Feeding off each other.
Absolutely.
So Steve got me thinking about like, how can I randomly generate a mech on the fly? So I'm working on that right now, and it's basically written out. I just have to like tweak it,
Yeah.
test it a bit, and then that's going to be.
I mean,
the next
that's
update.
That made me like kind of do the whole randomly generated mech thing.
Yeah.
Like that.
That's what we were
just
talking
us
about. Yeah.
shopping it all out,
Yeah.
and it was like, this is so much easier to do
Yeah.
it this way.
And it's also like, you want to play a game? All right, roll 2d6. This is the type of weapon you have on this arm. This arm. This is your mobility. Great, you're all set. Let's play a fight. Let's fight. Randomly generate a pilot. Boom, you're ready to go.
Have you been playing Traveler for a while?
No,
We
Travel-
just started.
So Traveler for me.
All right. So you started at the same time Steve started then.
Well, Steve started in my first Traveler game ever that I've ever ran, but I've been reading Traveler for years.
Oh, okay.
It's like one of those things. But I
if
really
you had
got into Traveler.
if you had to like give a quick elevator pitch for what Traveler is, what is it? Because I know the box, right? It's a black box, red font,
Yep,
right?
yep.
That's all I know
Well,
about Traveler.
so there's, like,
literally.
There's like a million versions of Traveler.
It's like GURPS.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's like
There's
five.
even GURPS Traveler.
Yes. Yeah. There's like five different publishers of Traveler.
Right now there's 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Dude. Oh my
So
God.
like if Wizards of the Coast came out with a Traveler, that would be theirs. And then if
Wizards
like
Traveler.
like Paizo came out with their own, like, you know
And
what I
they
mean?
could just do that. Like Traveler is just
because
like
the
a-
license was just tossed around.
There's the creator of Traveler, Mark Miller, has a license for Traveler that he'll license out to different publishing firms. But he still reserves the rights to publish his own Traveler stuff, which he does.
very neat.
Yeah.
And so, what are you guys playing? Like kind of the OG sort of.
we're playing Mongoose Second Edition, which is basically like a updated version of the original Traveler rule set from 1977.
Very cool.
We're playing truckers in space, like
Yeah.
alien, like
Space
straight
truckers.
up space truckers.
And is that kind of the vibe of Traveler? It's just like I know it's space, but is it kind
no
of like
lion people, dude?
Well, no, fuck the official setting. So Traveler was meant to be like, and it's sci-fi is so specific to its setting. Like when you think about fantasy, you're like, all right, orcs, knights, wizards, whatever. But when you think about sci-fi, like as a game, it's like, what's my point of reference? Star Wars or Star Trek, 2 vastly different things.
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
You know, 40K, that's completely different on its own. Traveler feels like the first like truly neutral sci-fi sandbox game where you can make it feel more like Dune if you want. You can make it feel more like Star Trek if you want. You can go in any direction. You can make it feel like Alien if you want.
very cool?
I feel like off
So that's
the
why
rip
I got
it
into
feels
it.
like very like just
Real.
like it feels real. Just
Yeah. It's like a
1,000 years in
hard
the future.
sci-fi
yeah.
setting.
It has a
where-
very realism element to
yeah.
it.
You can get
Neat.
killed in
I have
2
a
bullet
revolver.
hits.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, if I was like just Joe Schmo on the street, and I was like, I really want to get into Traveler, what would I do? Like, is there like the book that I would go get?
Yes. So Mongoose. Ugh. All right. So like you guys like talk about Games Workshop positively and negatively. I'm the same way with
Yeah.
Mongoose, where Mostly negative, maybe. I don't know. Where I think what they put out is very good, but all their splat books are like poorly written and poorly edited and have the most dog shit art I've ever seen. But they did just put out an intro beginner's edition. What'd you do to Bulma?
Why'd you break it?
Why did you break that, Phil?
Phil.
I've been framed.
Phil, why would you break it?
You'd have to break Bulma.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that on the mic.
No, that's really bad, Phil.
Phil, you broke my toy.
Come on, dude.
It's not like this room's full of super glue.
Come on, Phil.
Phil, that was a. Oh no, Phil! Wait, Phil! No,
Phil, come back.
Phil's
Broken
running
in the
away.
craziest way.
Yeah, that's wild.
I don't know how he did that.
Oh, no, it's fixed.
Oh, there we go.
It's
Oh.
anyway.
So yeah,
sorry.
there is you can get like the core book for like fucking $60 or
$45.
Is it $45?
I just bought
Okay.
it today.
Oh hell yeah, my guy. They also just put out an Explorers edition, which is a $1 PDF, or you can get like a in print version for $20, and that's like all the rules, and it's
But it's only 2 classes. Or
it's
2...
only 2 classes,
Yeah.
or 2 careers.
Yeah, careers.
But all the other stuff's in there. It's only like 79 pages long.
I think that's why it feels so real.
Yeah.
You don't have a class.
Yeah.
You are a fucking guy. You have skills. You roll your skills, but you don't have a class. You look at
I
a
like
giant
that.
list of jobs.
I like that.
And you start at 18 and you go, what job do I do out of school?
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, I'll do that. Like, I'll be a courier, or I'll be a journalist, or
Yeah,
I'll be a military guy,
Space cop.
space cop. And then you go 4 years and, like, you know, you do a time skip and you roll on charts to see what happened.
What happened during that career?
Yeah.
Wow.
So what major event happened?
Right. So I joined their game last weekend. I went space cop, and we're like, okay, it'd be funny if this guy was corrupt. And then literally just rolling through the prompts every 4 years, I kept rolling crazy good, but it was like, oh, you advance because you kind of fucked someone over. And it was like,
okay.
now
Really cool,
write
yeah.
down an enemy. And I was just like, okay,
Yes.
Now
Good
there's an
cops.
enemy in the campaign.
there's an enemy in the campaign.
Yeah.
All I know about it is he's a good cop. And now Brian has that as a narrative tool
Yeah.
to fuck me later
Very
on.
cool.
Yeah, it's really sick. And then also, if you don't qualify, because you have to qualify to get in that job. Like, let's say I want to be a space cop. I roll to see if I qualify. I have to get like a 6 or higher in it. It's all the mechanics are 2d6. You have to roll above a certain number, no matter what. But there's degrees of failure. If you like succeed by a certain amount, you get an extra thing. If you fail by a certain amount, you get an extra thing. So it's
Nice.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's just not a binary, which I
It's
like.
not pass fail. It's
Yeah.
like pass.
It's like there's gray zones.
Yeah.
Which is great. But what's really cool is if you fail to qualify, then either you end up being a drifter in space, or you get drafted into the army and you do a Starship Troopers like career for 4 years, and then you see what happens, and you can get a permanent injury to your body, and that affects. And they're like, oh, you got injured, you're kicked out of the army, and you get one roll to see what you get when you leave the army. So
man.
sometimes it's
It's
1,000
your retirement.
Your retirement. So you always get retirements when you leave a job. But like the army ones are brutal because it's like you get a gun,
Which
or
is
or you
cool.
get like 1,000 credits.
In the old Traveler
Oh,
Terry,
man.
you could die in character creation.
Yeah, first edition,
Pretty cool.
in 1977. Like you have to roll survival, which they still have, but survival is just to see if you take on an injury that affects you advancing in that career.
Did you take
Oh,
an
I
injury?
love that.
No, I don't think
No.
you did. You rolled very
I
well.
rolled very well to the point where I was questioning my dice, and I grabbed other dice and kept rolling well.
Yeah.
That is the only time
you
that
had
will
like
ever happen to you.
5
Yeah.
terms as
Yeah.
a space cop
Yeah.
or
Dude.
space BlackRock guy. Or
I
whatever.
failed every roll.
Dude, it was cool.
And I got like washed out with like my eye was ripped out by a monster, so I had to pay like 20,000
Yep.
credits to not be.
So like
blind.
most of the money you retired with, you had to like buy back an eye, basically.
Well,
it was cool.
It was cool though because I got those ship shares and instead I
Oh, yeah.
sold them and I have a
Yep.
big lump sum of money. So I'm technically
That's
more
cool.
rich than Dan.
That is cool. So another thing, Traveler, is you're in debt, like, and you have to work to pay off your debt.
It's like Cyborg, right? Isn't Cyborg you're
Yep,
in debt too?
very similar.
yeah, definitely inspired. By
Definitely
it.
roll over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
But obviously, in Traveler, you need a ship to get around. So
Yeah.
generally, it's like if you didn't luckily get one or roll enough credits to buy one, you start the game in debt from the bank because you have a ship.
But like $1 billion.
Yeah.
Like not even joking, like $1 billion in
Like-
debt. And then on top of that, you are jumping system to system to get to jobs or like travel or be a courier or whatever it is that you're doing. And you have to spend gas. Like you have to pay for gas.
Oh, this is sick.
or repairs.
It's like late stage capitalism in the far future.
That's so cool.
So it's like
And that's why it's so real.
Everything's like creaky and shitty. Like it just feels so. There's a lot to chew on.
Yeah.
Traveler rules.
No,
I
that
love
sounds
it.
And if you're listening, you should go check out Arcane Sword Press's heavy metal because it is very
You like
cool.
you like mechs?
You like
You
mechs?
you like Traveler? Unite them.
So when I was playing, and we kind of touched base on it, a lot of your campaign for what you had set up for exposition, for me at least, was Gundam based.
Yes.
Have you always had a Gundam
Man,
interest?
Fetish?
great question. So 100% yes.
Yeah.
Like when Gundam Wing aired, I think in 2001 on
Cartoon Network.
On Toonami. Yeah, when Tom introduced it to me.
Oh yeah.
I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Going back, that show's bad, but it looks great.
Yeah.
But when they aired the original series on Toonami, like the following, actually no, in 2001, because they took it off air after 9/11 because it was war themed.
Yes.
That show is awesome. It
Yeah.
is about children soldiers dealing with the trauma of being drafted into a war in space.
Right.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And it's really good. So, and this was a show that I've been trying to, for years and years and years, be like, guys, you got to watch the original series. And they're like, I don't know. It's like from the 70s.
1979 one.
Yeah. It's just like, oh no, like whatever. It's like, it's dark Star Trek, you know?
Right.
But now like Gunpla is huge in America,
Yes.
which is great because I liked it years ago, and then all of a sudden like a bunch of my
posers are
friends.
catching up.
Well, it's like Dan's now watching the shows. I'm like, Dan, I've been waiting for this moment to have a friend I can talk to about like the struggles of like these characters.
I was gonna go last night. I was gonna go play build Gundam. I
Man.
brought a Sherman tank to
dude.
mash with a freaking
Oh
Gundam
my
model.
god, that's so fucking.
And then
cool.
it was too late.
I bought 9 models today on my break at work.
It's the best.
we should go to Gundam Galaxy in Westfield. We should go
Dan
check
was
it
there
out.
today. He sent photos of great stuff.
Time Machine.
It's cheap too there.
Oh yeah,
Time Machine has a better selection.
Yeah, but is it cheaper?
Wow.
I don't know about that.
So you brought 9 Gundam models today?
No, actually,
specifically?
no Gundam models today. No,
Not today.
I'm like a huge anime mech freak as well. So I bought a bunch of Heavy Metal L Game, which is another anime series done by Yoshitaka Tomio, who did Gundam, but with mech designs by the guy that did 5-Star Stories. This, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking
There
about.
are definitely mech heads in.
Yes.
in
All
our
right,
listener base.
word. Shout out to the mech heads. So they started re-releasing those, and they're being imported to America now, which is awesome. And then I also got some vintage Macross models
Oh,
from
yeah.
the
Yeah.
80s because those are like super cheap still. So because they're 1/100th scale, which is our 16 millimeter or 15 millimeter Traveler guys, and those are also the BattleTech Unseen mechs,
Yep.
which I have at 6 millimeter for the big battles. So like using them as train pieces for major shootouts or whatever. When we zoom in, that's going to happen. And then
Spoilers.
I'm so excited.
yeah, dude, it's gonna be
That,
fucking cool.
I just need to say, like, you as our DM has been such a treat for me getting
Oh,
back
thank you.
into
That's so
role-playing
nice.
games. Like, even playing the OSE game, like,
Yeah.
it's been so much fun just, like, playing a character in, like, this shitty world.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, like, so seeped in, like, realism with a hint of fantasy
yeah.
sprinkled over everything. And
That's-
the random tables.
that's-
Everything's random.
Random tables. That's very Steve. That's so kind. Thank you
Dude,
so much.
It's been
I
an
love
absolute
having you
joy.
at my table. Yeah, and then you get into tangents if you get me and Eon talking about like the Catholic Church in the medieval era.
Yeah.
And it's like you get an hour-long lesson on that.
Sieging a castle and why it wouldn't actually work.
But then oh man. I'm not going to get
It's
into
great.
this.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It's fucking cool. I love role-playing games. Hence ArcaneCon.
But you're also working on something else right now. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but the thing that we've been talking about with Mothership.
Oh yeah, I'll talk about that. Mothership's cool. I love Mothership. I think it's mechanically mid.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm just sent Steve a pamphlet I finished laying out and editing today. That is a brochure thing for Mothership because they love that shit.
Yep.
That's just converting Mothership to Traveler on the fly. So you can use all that cool Mothership shit. That's great support, great aesthetic, great vibes.
Psychology effects. like,
Yeah,
it's
all that shit because
cool.
Traveler has that shit too.
Yeah.
But mechanically, it's better. 2d6, 8 or higher. Boom, done.
I don't have to.
I don't have to do
100 and
I don't have to do D100 plus like fucking 5 or
and they're
Or 20.
It's also a
Yeah.
lot harder. Like I feel like Mothership just wants you to die.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Mothership does not want you to succeed in anything.
But it's weird because then they're also like, here's how to design a ship. Here's how to design
Yes.
doing a space trucker
Yes.
campaign. It's like, but like, I thought this was supposed to be dialed in horror.
I will die to the lowest peon of
Yeah.
the monster manual here that will kill me in one hit.
which is
Yeah.
cool, but also I want to
If-
play a game.
if that's the vibe, if like
For a one shot, sure.
Mothership is
Yeah.
the one shot
Yeah,
game,
yeah.
in my opinion.
But they make it seem like it's a huge campaign thing, and
Right,
like
right.
that Dungeon Master's Guide, the Warden Operation
Warden's
Manual,
yeah.
one of the finest pieces of like gaming literature I've
Yep.
read. But the mechanics of travel or of Mothership are just kind of flawed, where it's
Yeah.
like you need to constantly get stressed to have that be an effect in the game for you to fail. But the average person's not going to give you 15 stress in one night of
Right.
game.
and like
But you're supposed to do that if you
Yeah.
watch the creators run it. That's what they do. But the average people won't do that, so
Right.
those mechanics never come into play.
well, because it's not really laid out to you in the
Yeah.
regular book.
yeah,
It's not said to you.
We were talking about this the other night. It's like, as a player, if everything is going to kill me, why am I motivated to go on?
100%.
I'm going to hide in a closet
yeah.
in fetal position crying,
Yeah.
knowing there are aliens on the other side of the wall. I'm not
And
going
then
to go fight
also,
it.
That's
that's a
the DM's
mechanic
job,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
And that's also a mechanic that will happen, and that's also kind of not fun after a while.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, I'm catatonic, or oh, I have a heart attack.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah. No, literally, like, gun to your head for the whole session. By the end of it, you're like, just pull the fucking trigger.
Which is
I
cool
don't-
though. But that's cool. It leads to cool
If-
moments if it's meant
Yes.
if it's a one shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I don't really like
Dangling, you could get a ship one day with the gun in the other hand, being like, well, I don't really care, actually.
but that like the setting of horror in space is like you're not doing a campaign.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
your guys are either dead or it's like I'm never going on a spaceship ever again after this.
Like Ripley in fucking Alien.
Yes.
Like she's like,
Yeah.
I'm not going back into space.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
You want me to go back to the Nostromo? No.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck you. Yeah.
Space
But-
that's what a
Truckers.
space trucker would
Space
say.
Truckers. So Mothership is very cool. It's very supported. A lot of great third-party content out there. Yada yada yada. Mechanically mid. Traveler, fantastic mechanics, great rules, terrible artwork. Don't like the layout. Don't like the vibe of current Traveler. Mongoose feels like it's dated in the sense of like
Yeah.
the Mongoose book has the layout and the vibe of like something put out in like 2010. You know, it's just like older guys maybe they're just kind of out of touch. Like even Mongoose first edition Traveler, which was being published in 2016, 17 or whatever, those look like role-playing books from 2000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I think they're not I think it's still a small team of people, and they're not really prioritizing getting cool artists. Whereas whereas Mothership's all about the aesthetic, all about the vibe, all about the like giving you this like feeling as you get into it, which is cool.
Right.
You
Do
know?
do you think it'd be worthwhile to like reformat, just like relay out that simple like
Dude.
the Traveler starter book?
I want to so bad.
like here's the Traveler Mothership brochure and
Yep.
here is the Traveler remix
Yeah,
to
the-
look cool.
yeah.
Like because you did that with the character sheets and
Oh, yeah.
you know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah.
something that simple can make a game so much better, just
So-
aesthetic wise.
if I contacted Mongoose because they have a license that they will give to as they say experienced publishers, whatever the fuck that means.
I'd say you
I said
fall in there.
I've put out 6 things in the past calendar year, and they got back to me and they're like, "Well, put out things on the Traveler Aid Society, and then we'll see you down the road." I'm like, "Okay, buddy." and
then you
if
did.
I had the Traveler license, then that would give me access to their SRD, which means I wouldn't have to rewrite all the rules. I can just copy and paste the rules, and then I could do that. So that's my long-term goal. But then they also say on their website that you can't do that. So I'm like,
what?
maybe I'll just make bootleg copies. I don't fucking know.
I mean,
they're not listening to this. I don't
there
give a
you go.
shit, man. Like, I'm all about that DIY vibe. I'm not about profit. I'm all about having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, hence why I put out my shit for cheap.
Yeah.
And if they were listening, come and find us, you know?
Yeah,
Also,
come and
hire
find us.
good artists.
We have a gun.
Like, I think Steve made a good point when he was talking about the cover art. You said it was like the corniest shit. And like where you look at it and you don't remember it immediately when you look away.
I
You know
can
what I mean?
only visualize a lion person on it.
Yeah, and that
I
sucks.
hate it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I hate it.
The official Traveler setting.
No, I hate people playing lions in any setting of games that
I'm not a fan of furry races except rat people and
Rat
lizard
people are
men.
cool,
And,
and
a
lizard
lizard men. That's it.
Well,
There's
that's
only-
a scaly.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm cool with the scale guy.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but you're Dark Traveler.
Dude, Traveler
Dark
rules.
Traveler
Yeah.
rocks. But that, like, going back to me being busy all the time, it's
Yep.
like that's one of the things that I was revisiting is a short module I wrote for Mothership and ran a couple times, and it's like, oh, maybe I'll just rewrite this to work with Brian's Traveler, and I'll put a pamphlet out when he puts out his Traveler thing. Because Traveler rocks.
Traveler is awesome. Also, you can probably run your thing just with the pamphlet. You probably don't even have to change any writing for it. And then you can just put
I
it
have to
under-
lay it out because I never laid it out. It's just a Google document.
Cool.
Yeah.
I was looking at the third-party license stuff for Traveler, which seems pretty easy, but you do have to sign a legal document.
I don't want to do
I'm
that.
just going to put out my stuff as fair use for free.
What if it... That's a good idea.
It's just fair use. You can use it.
Open source.
Open source. Don't pay a cent for it.
I'm gonna put it on eBay for $50.
Please,
Yeah,
please
got his
do.
ass.
Please do. Got him.
Got him. Now, what are you looking forward to most at ArcaneCon?
Joey Royale's game, and which I'm not playing. I'm just excited for friends to play it. And honestly, the skirmish game room.
Okay.
So,
Is that where I'm going to be?
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that room I rented out is it's called the Chapel, and it has a currently updated ceiling that is medieval-esque
Whoa.
wooden arches, and then both sides have stained glass windows.
So sick.
And then there's also a vintage organ in there that we're not allowed to touch. Just
Okay.
putting that out there. But
Look, though.
Don't touch it.
don't
I'll
touch it.
look at
My
it.
job
look
will
at
be to kick you out if you touch the organ.
Yeah.
Phil.
If you hadn't said anything, I would not have even thought to touch it.
But now you're gonna look at it and you're gonna touch it.
Phil, you already
Phil.
broke the Bulma figurine.
It's gonna be silent in there,
Jesus.
and all
Not
we're gonna
funny.
hear is
There goes my there goes my damage deposit. Because I think the person the person I'm renting it from the church also does games, and they're gonna be at the convention as well.
gonna shake the dust off the
Yeah.
walls and the roof. It's
Oh, so one big thing with ArcaneCon is not just getting a bunch of creators in the same room, but it's also getting all the different gaming groups of people in
Yep.
the area to just like party together.
Yeah,
you know what I
totally.
mean. Like, so Nemo is fucking awesome. Everyone there's wargaming first, and then there's a lot of people that are coming to maybe not, but a lot of people I met there are like they're in the skirmish games, they're into war games, and then I've met people that are role playing only, but they're curious about skirmish
Gonna
games.
make people rub shoulders.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. There's people that are board game I've got board game designers on there. Like the guy that did Arcane Arena,
Arcane Arena.
running his card game at it. Another person running City of Demons, local Northamptonite, who got successful Kickstarters, running his game at it as well, or their game at it as well. And then just getting all the gaming heads in one room to dabble with each other's interests and stuff,
Oh, totally.
Network.
So so that's the whole idea, is like we're all hanging out, enjoying each other's games, and just having a laugh.
that was the whole pitch with reaching out to Josh and Shane from Northeast Dungeon Siege.
Cool.
For Under the Dice Fest was
Cool.
we are all putting on Dungeon Synth while we're playing games.
Yes.
Why don't we just have a show at the fest?
The funny thing about that is, though, I think a lot of the people from Dungeons, Northeast Dungeon Siege, don't cross over into the gaming at all.
That's
but they
wild to
are
me.
starting to.
Yeah, they're starting
Hey,
to because they're
that's
seeing
something.
it.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
got people like Saragas going on stage, being a maniac. Everyone's losing their mind. It's like, that dude's playing Warhammer.
Not even realizing that his most popular song is a 40K
Yeah.
That's cool.
adjacent.
He has a
song.
whole album that is the Siege of Terra and
Hell
the
yeah.
betrayal
That's cool.
at the dropship massacre.
Wow,
It's so cool.
that's cool.
You talking about Kitar, Saragas?
Yes. He rocks.
It's
talk to your mic.
battle armor, Saragost.
Yeah, dude, he's so cool.
That was such a fun show. Oh my god.
Well, is it Diplosaurus, the guys with the mammoths?
Oh.
Diplodocus.
Sorry, Diplodocus. That is cool.
Yeah.
A bunch of guys just with T-Rex heads and then like a bunch
T-Rex
of-
heads and inflatable clubs.
just beating each other.
That's
with them.
awesome. That's a lot of fun.
Like in
Beautiful.
the crowd.
Great.
Beautiful.
Love it.
Yeah. No, the Joey Royale is the one who made the.
Weird Heroes Public Access.
Yeah.
That is like such a wild idea for a game.
It is insane.
But it also makes sense when you meet him.
Yes.
He's a DCC guy, Dungeon Crawl Classics, which is like sillier D&D. That's
It's like Smash TV,
yeah.
the game.
That is such a world I have no idea about. Like it's just such a
Dude,
a world.
Concept-wise, it's
Come
weird.
on in. It's great.
So now that so when you're saying that, like, what are other vibes that are like? What are other DCC things that are strange and silly?
So all the spells have a failure table. So like whenever you cast a spell, it's a game where you have to roll to cast a spell, and if you fuck up, then like you turn into a chicken. It's like a little slapsticky. The main thing DCC has going for it is the funnel, where you play as a normal guy and you roll to see what your starting weapon is. It's like a frying pan or a tennis racket or whatever.
Or a cow.
Or like a chicken. And then you have to go through a dungeon, and you have like 4 of them.
Yeah, you roll up 4 shitty guys.
4 0-level guys with like 2 hit points, and then in the funnel you're seeing if any of them, don't get splattered along the way.
Generally, they do.
Usually.
And this is all DCC games.
Yeah.
Yes. And
What?
MCC as well.
Nah,
Yeah.
what's
Mutant
Mutant
MCC?
Crawl
Classics.
Classics.
Mutant Crawl Classics.
Yeah, real freak show, like in the sewers. People.
Where did this shit all start? Where did this all start? It must have had
role-playing games? Or?
No. Like the whole goofy side of it. Like
Oh,
who
it's
was-
always been there.
Yeah.
Like when you play a role-playing game, like oftentimes it ends up like Monty Python shit.
There's always been the shoot him in the dick guy. That guy just made a game way back
But
when.
who was that guy who made the game? That was like the first game that was just like, yeah, I don't know, man, it's crazy.
No,
Like
well, here's the
teenage
thing.
boys?
I
I don't know.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I think that's a really common thing in role playing games, because a lot of people are only comfortable role playing if they can make a joke out of it.
Yeah.
So
They can't be serious role playing.
Yeah. So I
But
think
it's cool
That's
that
just a very that's like a probably pretty sizable fraction of anyone that plays role playing games.
Yeah, it's like everyone here just like kind of hanging out shooting the shit, but you're playing a game at the same time. So that just kind of comes about.
But it's like it's weird to me when an idea like, oh, okay, I feel uncomfortable playing this role playing game, so I'm going to be goofy. But then that guy likes the role playing game enough that he's like, I'm going to take that goofy energy and I'm actually going to make my own game.
I'm going to maximize
Yeah.
the goofy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's probably not that person.
Be like, I'm still really not comfortable playing role play games, so but now I just want to be like, I'm a pizza delivery man, skateboarding around, throwing chicken heads at people.
Yeah, why not?
that
Yeah.
literally is
Dude,
Weird Heroes of Public Access.
Yeah.
Like that's so cool.
Yeah.
It's I feel like that probably happens in music a lot too, where like people are like, oh, I don't know. It's like
it feels
Tanner
too,
Simpson.
it feels
you
too
know?
vulnerable to like write real lyrics, so all of your songs have to be like a bit.
But then
Yeah.
it becomes its own thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, and you didn't even really mean it. It was just like something that you're like, I'm just a goofy guy. But like Tanner Simpson is a great example of this. Simpso Miniatures. It's just like, oh, I like the weird shit.
Yes.
So I'm going to lean into it
As
instead of
hard
being
as
like-
I can.
As hard as I can. And that's like such a cool vibe to just be like, I don't care. I don't care if I'm doing things.
I'm
going to
play a noise set that is based on a bunch of people playing Gauntlet Legends, and the audio feeds into my pedal board.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's so
Like,
sick.
yeah,
It's cool.
freaks,
I don't
extra
know.
freak.
and then I'm going
Hell
to
yeah.
record it and then release it for free.
yes,
That's so cool.
People embracing that freak side of anything is that's something that like I can't even necessarily comprehend, but I can appreciate that people are.
There's so in your own lane that you truly don't
You're the
give
only
a
one in it.
shit about
Yeah.
anything.
Right? You lose track
even
of the rest of the
observance
world.
of your lane.
Yes.
I'm going to throw it out there, and who gives a fuck?
It is like
that's
a
about
rare,
to be us tomorrow.
Yes.
It's like a rare little like genius thing where you're just like, oh, you're just gone. You're gone.
Yeah.
You're out there. And
Which-
then like DCC is a thing or whatever. DCC Dungeons
Yep.
Call Classics. It just becomes its own thing that other
With
people
its own following.
Yes,
it's a
exactly.
huge following.
Exactly.
Like
Like
huge following.
other people go, I want that. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Gage has the talking ball, man. I'm
Without
just
a head
talking.
now. No. I was just pointing it at you like a gun because it's funny. But the speaking about Tanner real quick, I did want to shout out. He has a crossover with Ex Obscurus, I believe. Is
Oh, I saw
the
that.
miniatures.
casting a bunch of
sick.
minis.
Very sick.
Finally, I love Tanner, but his release schedule was kind of crazy for some of his minis.
As a good genius, as a good like heady guy. Like,
He's like, I'm releasing these models at 1 a.m. If you don't buy them before
Yep.
3 a.m., I don't care.
but I love that energy. That's the kind of energy I love.
so now,
manic.
To be fair, that was probably like 11 his time.
yes. That's true. But now with them being released through this, you can get them in a much more easily accessible manner, which I will be the first to buy them.
Well, I think they're already out.
Well,
You're not the first to buy
I'm
them,
not the
but-
first to buy them.
And this comes out 2 weeks from now.
No, next week.
Which, if it's next week, that means
well-
how many days from ArcaneCon? Like 2 weeks?
Yes.
All right, so we'll be 2
So
weeks
get
out
there.
from ArcaneCon.
Get there for sure.
So when this comes out, there might still be slots open for people.
Yeah, so a lot of games are already full.
Yeah.
First week, most of them filled up. Some games filled up within the hour. So like a lot of the like Cave Evil, that's like 8 hours of Cave Evils going on. So people can sign up for Cave Evil and play that, try it out. There are open tables.
Judge Dredd.
Judge Dredd, dude, fucking sign up for Judge Dredd. Oh
It's
my
going to
God.
be sick.
It's
Brian's running it. It's going to be cool.
I wish I could play it. You know what I mean? Like, and it's during the same slot as Weird Heroes, which, and like the afternoon
That's why I
slot
think I said
stacked.
no.
It's also during Cyborg, which I think you're playing.
Sure. If I can, I would love to.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you
for it.
I
said
did. I did.
Yeah. So I put you down for it.
Yeah.
So a lot of the games are full, but the war games have open tables. A lot of them
Hell
do.
yeah.
Not Flames. Flames is also filled up, I believe.
Flames is filled up.
What about the if I was a person that just wanted to see the con?
Yeah,
Could I walk
totally.
on in and shop around?
Yeah, absolutely. There's gonna be a bunch of vendors there, and then they could walk. There'll be open tables
Is it
for people
free
too.
to walk in, or do they have to pay?
I'm gonna have it be pay just so I can keep track of
That's
people.
fair.
And
Listen,
check
I think
their
that's fair for
wristbands.
people to come to a thing.
and
Yeah.
for safety, you
And
know,
for safety.
just to
Well,
make
that's
sure
the
it's not
thing.
just like,
Guy
oh, there's
walking off the street.
1,000 people here.
Yeah, because
and
it
I was
is
thinking
right
more
on
like
Main
fire code
Street,
kind of thing.
Northampton, and
Yeah.
that is a thing too.
Yeah.
Because it is like it's not like you can. I mean, people drive to get there, but like it's a Main Street, Northampton on the
Totally.
weekend, so there's gonna be people
Yes.
walking everywhere.
And if there's we got to do like a sandwich sign outside.
I have one.
Games inside.
Also-
He's already got one, bro.
I already got one.
nice.
Yeah. Games inside, it's the little Intel logo or whatever.
that's good.
Well, I have one for the fencing club that we put out right in front of
Oh,
where
there
we
you
do
go.
it, you know, and then
Paperclip, little clippy.
Oh, yeah.
Clippy.
Oh, little Clippy.
Games
Was that his
inside.
name? Was that his name, Clippy?
Yeah, Clippy.
He's a good guy.
I wonder where he's at right now.
I don't know. I saw a toy Clippy at the store the other day. I was like, this is a crazy thing to be
Yeah.
selling.
have you guys seen a Yapadala?
What the hell is that?
No.
It's a
Is this a skibbity toilet thing?
No, but well, so it's basically it's like an animated face thing that's a dollar bill, like Clippy, but you know, it's a dollar bill, but it's translating a guy in China saying like crazy
I
shit,
knew
but
this had to be
through
Chinese.
like a yelling dollar bill, translating
this.
some of it. It's like a it's
Where can I find
Can we
it?
watch
it's-
this on
it's-
YouTube
It's
later?
a TikTok thing, but it's also on Instagram Reels.
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
yeah.
It's
Look
a fever
up
dream.
look
What is
up
this called again?
Yap Dollar.
Yap dollar.
Yeah.
Yap dollar.
Look up Yap
Sponsor of
Dollar on
Hivescom.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Sponsor of Arcane.
We love it.
Do you have any other sponsors?
Oh yeah, so Solarian Games. Great point to bring up, dude. Oh my god.
Rest in peace.
So Solarian Games, it's also a partnership of 3 friends. Unfortunately, one of them recently died.
Oh,
James died. James Carpio, I think is his last name. I think I'm saying that right. He died. Steve and I played a game with him at ShireCon.
like the day before.
The day before, we played Weird Heroes with this guy. He was going to run a game at the convention too, so that was also
Oh
like,
my
oh my god.
God.
He was going to run a game of Top Secret at it. Jason, the other person in Solarian Games who put out Top Secret, is running a game at it. Solarian Games also put out Gygax Magazine, if anyone remembers Gygax Magazine from like 10 years ago. And they put out a bunch of other games. But Top Secret's a classic TSR role-playing game. TSR put out Dungeons & Dragons originally. And the original creator of Top Secret actually wrote that version as well. It's based on the Savage Worlds mechanics, which I'm not too familiar with, but the game looks awesome. I have the
Savage
box
Worlds
set.
is cool looking.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just never something I dived in.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
so many role playing games that I'm like, this sounds
100%.
cool.
It's like, you know, it's Steam. I got a million games that I'm not
Yes.
fucking playing. Like, we got Mech Warrior 5,
We've talked about playing it.
Mercenaries, but we have to beat the first 4 levels, and then the Clans is coming out in like a couple weeks. I'm not fucking ready for that shit.
No.
I think it's out.
What the fuck?
God damn it.
God damn it. Jesus fucking
Time
Christ.
flies. You know,
And like
gotta
last
keep up.
night I was trying to finish my playthrough of Resident Evil Remake.
Oh, it's great.
It's awesome, but
The OG one, right? That came out on GameCube.
well, yeah, but the remake one I'm playing on Steam right now.
But it's the original game that
Yeah.
was re-released. That because that one rocked. It was
still
so-
have it on
I
GameCube.
played that shit on GameCube. It was
Oh,
scary.
Yeah. It was scary when it came out. Yeah.
It's also really hard.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. Still can't get my mind off Dungeon Crawl Classics.
It's
crazy.
great. Dude, look it up. It's awesome.
I have I just picked up at PAX Unplugged last year. It's a tearaway character sheets with 4 of them that you scratch off.
Whoa.
So the stats are already, everything is
That's
pre-rolled.
great.
You have no idea what it is. You just give them a name and then you scratch it off and go, oh, cool, I'm a farmer with a cow. And then the second guy's like, oh, he's a pitchfork. And then the third guy's like, he has a crossbow. And then the fourth guy is just like, oh, he's missing a leg.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. So
When was the first Dungeon Crawl Classic game?
I think so Dungeon Crawl Classics came out I think in like 2005, 2006.
Oh, okay. So we're not talking 80s, 90s.
No. This is like third
The
edition
word
era.
classics will throw you off.
So the
Totally,
reason,
right?
so I'm an OSR guy, old school revival or old school Renaissance to the Grognards.
yeah, tell Terry about this. I've only been trying for 45 episodes to tell him.
No, but you could keep going. Don't listen to this guy.
I'm the guy. Oh boy, old school revival, old school Renaissance is just playing D&D the classic way or
Yeah.
inspired by the classic way, but with 50 years of like game design concepts, improving it or modifying it slightly, but still capturing that old school
Modernizing
vibe.
it a little bit.
Modernizing it, yeah. DCC was one of the first to do it, even though they're not really a part of that scene, but they inspired a lot of it because they were an early game to be like, well, third edition's cool, but it's kind of like its own thing, and we want to play something that felt like what we played in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they built it
okay.
off of third edition's OSL, the open game license. And they were just like, yeah, let's capture the vibe of when we played this as 12-year-olds during lunch in junior high in like 1981. And that's like the seed for DCC.
I still think OSE is like
I honestly-
perfect.
OSC is basic and expert set D&D, which is the best version of Dungeons and Dragons, Fight Me. And they just revamped it and released it without the branding, and it's like beautiful.
It's so good.
I still like basic fantasy more, but we're getting in the weeds now. But OSC is the most accessible version of a classic role-playing game with a nice hardcover book. You got the ribbon in there.
We have friends that have done art for it.
Yes.
Nice.
David Hoskins.
And there's people running that at
a good guy.
ArcaneCon.
He ran us DCC.
He ran
online.
us DCC, yeah.
My guy died immediately to a plant monster.
I had
Cool.
another one that
Hell
died
yeah.
on a frozen tablet
Oh yeah,
altar thing.
that was cool.
That's cool.
You're not a superhero in
The
these
bug
old school
people?
games. You're
Yeah.
just a guy.
Dude, when we were playing that, he's like kind of describing it, and at first I'm thinking like, this sounds so stupid, like Ant-Man, and then I'm like, I don't know what it was. Maybe I was looking on my phone while we were playing, and I came across like a Berserk panel, and it just made me think of the bug people in the
yeah.
Lost Children arc. and I was like,
yeah.
oh, this is actually scary.
Like
Yeah,
beastmen that are like actually fucked up like
Yes.
that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love games.
And then Terry, 20 years later after those, there was another game that revived the aesthetic in a different light. They put a yellow cover out, and it changed the format again, called Morkborg.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Morkborg is just BX, but instead of rolling stats, you just roll the modifier that you would get from those stats. But I have issues with Morkborg.
I don't even want
That's a whole other episode. We could,
other episode.
I'm sure we share the same views.
Absolutely.
cool concept, bad game.
What's wrong with
Mid
you?
game.
Mid
Mid-game.
It's BX, but they kind of cut out a lot of fun stuff, and people that play Morkborg don't know how to play BX, so they don't know how to run Morkborg, is my experience.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's
And
BX?
Basic Expert Dungeons and Dragons. It was D&D streamlined for kids, and it's the best version. Because I'm a dumb idiot, and I need a dumb idiot game.
Yeah, naturally.
Interest, dude. What a wild world. What a wild.
It's a whole other world. This is what I'm talking about. Like when I was looking at Chit and Hex Wargaming, whole other world out there.
Yeah.
Doing Traveler stuff, whole other world.
all of these little
crazy.
circles in the OSR scene all have like the one mechanic they didn't like, they stripped it away
Yeah.
or replaced one that they did like with something else.
And then you have the Heartbreaker thing, which is someone writes a whole new role-playing game that's based on another role-playing game, but got rid of the stuff they didn't like, added something they liked, put it out there, and no one bought it. It's called a Heartbreaker because no one fucking cares. That's why I didn't write a Heartbreaker. I just wrote a supplement for OSE, which is Domains and Dominations. You should buy it.
Oh,
have it here.
that's a colloquialism? A heartbreaker?
Heartbreaker, yeah.
Oh, man. That breaks
Classic
my heart.
Heartbreaker.
it breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Brian, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. This is
on
fun.
an episode of Hive Scum. Is there anything you want to leave the people with?
Check out ArcaneCon. Come on down. Come hang out. Like, even if
We'll all be there.
the pre-registration does close the Wednesday before it, and then the price at the door is $20. So right now it's $15.
This will be out before that.
Okay, cool, awesome. And then
And I'm working doors, so if the doors are closed, just slip me a 20 and then I'll get you in.
hell yeah, now we're talking. Also, check out the War Games edit and the board games and all the creators edit, because there are going to be open tables that people can hop into as well.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Love you.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Hive Scum. If you aren't already part of the community, check us out at the In Rust We Trust Discord, which you can find down in the description below. If you have questions you'd like to ask us, you can find our Instagrams down below as well. Or feel free to ask away on the Discord. We also have plenty of extra content and other perks available to our patrons on Patreon. So if you're interested in helping us keep doing what we're doing, then you can find that description below as well. Until next time, folks, keep it grimdark and keep it grimy. Peace.